You're watching Public Affairs. Berkowitz is my name, and politics is our game. And we are going to be doing lots of politics and public policy this evening because we have as our guest Willie Wilson. He is running for mayor of the city of Chicago. A lot of people don't realize this because they hear Rahm Emanuel, they hear he's the mayor, they hear he's the favorite to win re-election, they hear Chuy Garcia is in second place, and then they don't hear. Or there's a new number 3, there's a new sheriff in town, and that's Willie Wilson. If you turn this channel, you're going to miss one of the top 3 candidates for mayor. More than that, I'm not predicting it, but there is a scenario by which Willie Wilson wins, or at least gets into the runoff on February 24th, and then wins. You're a guy who's an underdog, so you've got a lot to persuade these folks that if they vote for you, and we're not saying that, we're not endorsing, but if they vote for you, you're trying to tell them that vote means something, and it could put you in second place or first to be mayor of the city of Chicago. So you tell them how the scenario goes by which you become either one of the top 2 or the top guy on February 24th.
Well, first of all, let me thank God for His amazing grace, for one.
Thank God for amazing grace?
Yes.
So you're a man of faith.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You're a man of prayer.
Yes, I am.
People see you on Channel 9 every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, right?
9 o'clock.
WGN.
9 o'clock, WGN, 9 o'clock every Sunday morning for that 26 years.
What do you do there?
I'm a gospel singer. I have 6 CDs out. I sing around the country, sing gospel music. I have an 18-piece.
Can you give us a sample? Could you sing a little bit for us?
Well, what I'll do, I bring my orchestra back here.
Oh, you need your orchestra. You can't do it.
No, I'll bring it back here and we'll sing together. You know?
Can I sing with you?
Oh, yeah.
You invite me into one of these churches?
I sure will. I sure will.
I'm going to collect on that.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so seriously, tell the voters how you win on the 24th.
Well, first off, this year, let me start back. I'm not a politician. I'm a business person, all right? I came to Louisiana for 20 cents per hour working in the field, cotton field, sugarcane, hauling hay, butter bean, tomatoes.
That's what you were picking?
Yes.
Were you a sharecropper?
Sharecropper, yes.
In Louisiana?
In Gilbert, Louisiana, right outside of Monroe.
Right outside of Monroe. That's like a big town. I know Monroe.
Yeah. Well, we're 50 miles south of Monroe.
South of Monroe.
So if you run through that town, you wouldn't know you've been through it. All right?
It's that quick.
Just that quick.
It's like a blink of the eye.
It's not even like that. All right?
Yeah.
But you run right through it. But we're there after we ran. We went home at 13. I am 2 generations from slavery. 11 sisters and brother. And we ran to Delray Beach, Florida first, and then we left that, and then we came to Chicago by way of Gilbert, Louisiana.
When did you arrive in Chicago? What year?
1965.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, we never did do drugs or alcohol or anything like that.
Not at all. Yeah.
No, it was just running around with the females and stuff like that.
You sowed a few wild oats.
Yeah. At that time, but
before you settled down, we should say you're now married.
Yeah.
You have 6 children.
Yes.
You've been married to the same woman, Jeanette.
Well, this is my second marriage.
But you've been married to Jeanette for
17 years.
17 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so fast forward, how'd you make all your money?
Well,
because you're a multimillionaire, right?
Well,
you've got almost more money than God. I don't mean that in a sacrilegious way.
Well, let's put it that way. I make a good living.
You make a good living.
Yeah, I make a good living.
Okay.
I make a good living.
But how'd you make all the money?
Well, we didn't have any money. We worked at McDonald's, mopping floors, in the garbage can, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I went at Ray Kroc and found a McDonald's for a store.
Really? You just went up to Ray and said, give me a store?
Yes, I did. And yes, I've been working 10 years, for someone else. And
so
now
it's time for you to have a store. Because you knew about McDonald's, but you'd worked there for how many years in McDonald's?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
You like knew the whole business. You'd start out mopping the floors. What'd you do after that? You made the hamburgers?
Well, I made the hamburgers, yes. I worked cashier.
You worked a cashier?
Did
you become the manager of the store?
I became manager of the store. As a matter of fact, on a 10-year period of time, I became manager of around about 8 stores.
8 stores?
Yeah, wow. Not mine, but working for someone else.
In the Chicago area?
In the Chicago area, right.
Okay. And so what did Ray say when you asked him for the store?
He asked a little bit where I was from, and he asked if the person I was working for knew I was here, and I told him, yeah, to be honest, And he knew it, and I said, I have my integrity. I said, I will pay you back if you give me the opportunity to get mine.
And Ray gave you that opportunity.
He gave me the opportunity. Nice, real nice.
You ended up having 5 stores. That you
6 stores.
6 stores.
Yeah,
And somewhere you moved into medical supplies.
Yeah, it's about 8 to 10 years ago in that area, we sold to McDonald's.
So now we're here. You want to be mayor. You're a self-made guy. You talk about empowerment, right? Is that the most important thing that you're running on, empowerment?
I think, yes. I think economic development and empowerment, and there is a difference to me, and let me just explain it to you. Economic development, it consists of course, both of jobs, empowerment being owning your own business and within your community.
Yeah, I cite the statistic. It's true. Only 25% of the black kids in 4th grade in the Chicago public schools read at grade level. 75% don't. They read at less than grade level. Maybe 2nd grade, maybe worse. How are you going to make that better work?
Well, it's easy for me to say and to do. Okay?
It's easy for you to say?
And do.
And do.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
Because first off, I'm in the community. I know how that community is structured. And I'm putting all my dollars and cents and energy into that community.
Yeah. Okay?
My kid was 20-year-old when he got shot in the middle of drugs, all right? But here's the way I would do it. I would take the schools, and let's forget about the rest of the school for closed just for a moment, all right? I would take the school and put the trade school in those schools. So when they get out, they got a trade to take and go into and get a job and go into business. Beyond that,
so bring trade schools back.
Yes.
So Ram says he's doing some of that. Let's be fair. Ram's doing some of that. He's got a community college dual enrollment program. He's got schools where kids are not going to be academic. He's bringing trades back. He says.
Whatever he said, but it's
you don't think it's happening?
We haven't seen it.
Okay, but address the reading problem. Address the fact that 25%, only 25%, read at grade level. Trade's fine. That's fine for people who want to do trades.
Okay.
But as you told me the other day, we had talked, right? We were at that press conference when we were talking. That's what a press conference is. I talk with you and you talk with me.
Absolutely right.
And I heard you say, look, black kids are capable of doing this.
Yeah.
You have they're just as good as the white folks.
Yeah.
They need the opportunity. They can learn how to read. But they're not now. So how are you going to change that?
Look at me. I got a 7-grade education when I went home. I'm successful in business.
Okay.
I can read and count, I don't count anybody. Okay?
Well, we want these kids to go and finish high school.
Yes, you do.
Only 6% of the kids who finish high school are the ones who finish high school, maybe 8%. 8 of 100, and these are mostly going to be black and Hispanic, who actually finish. Only 8% of the ones who graduate go on to a 4-year college in 6 years and complete it. Only 8%. How are you? You've got to get that number up to like 30, 40, 50%. How are you going to do it?
Here's how you do that. You got to put the dollars together, all right? And I'll tell you how we do that in a minute, all right? Yeah. But you got to put the dollars together and put an investment into the community, meaning like computers instead of books. These school teachers today is going in their pocket and taking money out buying books.
So you think we're not spending enough money?
We're not spending enough money, but we're not also using it wisely.
Because you might know the budget in the Chicago public schools is $6 billion.
5.9 billion.
You got it. So this man knows. I say that to people. So you have 5.9 billion with a B. Yeah. So that works out for 400,000 students to about $15,000 per kid per year. Because Willie, I promise, you give me 30 kids and you pay me $15,000 per kid, I will teach them how to read. I can do that. So why aren't we doing it? I don't understand.
Because you got the wrong person in office. You got the person in office who got a person on school board and doing business with the city of Chicago and school board.
So you're saying he's wasting some of that money.
But not only he's wasting it, he taking he not bidding out the contract the right way.
You believe in bidding. You believe in bidding.
All right?
Yeah, $30
million that his friends
got it.
Out, right? The waste of money and taxpayers dollars. This is not his money. This is the taxpayers' money. Yeah. All right? They make a mistake on it. They don't. You know they call it greed. in my community, greed, that's what they call that. And in my community, when
You call it greed?
yeah, and no, in my community, in business community, we would fine because it's not, you know how, it's a principle here.
Yeah.
It's a principle. It is a moral issue when you can accept $30 million and sell your community out with people losing their homes and things and don't have computers in their school.
The Waukegan Cristo Rey network of schools, okay? Waukegan St. Martin College Prep. It's a private school. Most of these kids up in Waukegan, they're in that school, they come from homes similar socioeconomic backgrounds we're talking about with low-income blacks. Families earning $20,000 to $30,000 in income, okay? Fairly high unemployment. And you know what, Willie? They take something like 54% of their kids who go on to college complete their program in 6 years. They do almost 1,000% better. Private school. What they do, Willie, and you've talked about it, is, this is not an ad for Preston Kendall who runs that, but they have a work-study program. These kids work 1 day a week. They share a job. 4 kids share a job, and the corporation pays them $29,000, the school. So that's how they cover part of their tuition, $7,500. So get it, they're working, they're committed. Could we do something similar to that? Could you lead that in CPS?
No, but here's the thing. I think we're missing the point.
Missing the point.
You have this Mayor Ronnie Manuel right now. He is Robin Hood in reverse.
Okay.
He robbing the poor.
Give it to the rich. So you want to,
right?
Do you want to rob the rich and give it to the poor?
I want to make an even playing ground.
Even playing ground.
Right.
Okay.
So that way my neighborhood, all neighborhoods in Chicago, can have a chance to make it. Listen, African American kid, Hispanic, white kid, Asian, other kid, we all were born with the same mind. Okay? Same mind, same humor, right? But you got to make sure that when they start with the atmosphere, that this neighborhood over here have computers, don't rob the poor, you know, and give it to the rich.
You have to keep it at least equal. Don't take from the poor. That makes it worse. At least keep it equal. If you can give to the poor, that's actually a help, right?
That's what I'm saying, right? You know, African American people, Hispanic and Asian people don't want a handout.
So you're going to empower blacks and Hispanics and low-income people who are unemployed now to become unemployed.
I'm going to empower black, white, Asian, and other. Because there are some white out there too. It's suffering just as well.
That's right. There are low-income whites as blacks and Hispanic, right?
And I love them the same as I love everybody else.
Because as you told me the other day, what'd you tell me about my blood?
Your blood is red, mine is red. The Lord made us all.
So we're the same.
We are the same.
You happen to have skin pigmentation that makes you black. Mine makes me white.
I think your hand trembling more than mine, you know?
It's trembling more. You're my friend, Willie. You're not supposed to point out. All right. Yeah. Putting aside the trembling, putting aside he's got the firm hand. We're the same. You have a different pigmentation. That's
let me tell you this.
We both have red blood.
We both have red blood. And you know what? My heart is feel the way your heart. If I said something bad to you, it's going to hurt your heart. You do the same with me, it's going to hurt my heart. What's the difference?
So you want the votes of blacks and whites and Hispanics and Asians. You want all the votes.
All of them empowered, because you have to. Because if you
empower, that, folks, if you learn nothing from this show, and it's not my word, it's Willie's word. Say that word one more time.
Empowerment.
What does empowerment mean?
Empowerment means owning your own business within your community so you can employ people in the community.
Okay. So you get more employment in those communities, then that leads to more stability, more families, then you get less violence, then you get less killing, these people are working, you get fewer gangbangers, the police are in the community working with them, and these kids go to school, the teachers get more motivated. Well, I would say this, Willie, I'm going to give you one choice, throw something at you here. It's pretty fair. I think it's been a fair show, right? It's been about you.
You know what? You've been very fair. I like hard questions.
Let me give you one though. It's one thing I sort of proselytize for. Understand? Proselytize. I mean, I argue for it. Okay? You understand that?
Prophesy means you prophesy.
No, not prophesize. Proselytize.
Okay.
I'm arguing for it.
Okay.
Because you know what it is? It's about this. It's about It's not this. See, I don't even have it here, but, you know, this is a backpack, right?
Right.
So I used to say, yeah, here's the money. Picture $15,000.
Okay.
That's what we spend, $15,000 on every kid per year in Chicago Public Schools. We're taking this $15,000, putting this in the backpack, right?
Okay.
Okay. And let's say I got 400,000 backpacks, each with $15,000, okay? And I gave it to every parent. And I said, you put this backpack on your kid, okay? Now, if you and your kid, whoever advises you, decide you want to stay in the public school you're at, whether it's a charter school, which is a public school, whether it's a magnet school, whether it's a traditional neighborhood school, whatever. If you want to stay there, you can. But here's my little proposal to you. Give them the choice. If they want to take that backpack and go to a private school, a parochial school if they want, you know, that school that's religious, or a non-sectarian private school, they can do that, and they are then empowered, using your words, they are then empowered to work with their kids and their teacher to have control of their education. Would you do that? Would you try that experiment? Now, they can stay in the public school, they can go to the private school, because then you understand we have competition, right?
Yes.
We have competition if we do that, and you know competition is good from your involvement in business.
Absolutely right.
Would you do that? Would you, see, I offered this once to Ron. Would you touch that backpack? See, he wouldn't touch it. And even Barack Obama wouldn't, okay? So be careful. You've now got this backpack. Hold it. You're okay, it won't bite you. Now, would you give that backpack and that choice to every parent in the Chicago Public Schools?
Well, what I would do would take this here right here, and let's say you're a parent.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that all of the 400,000, you know,
Kids in the Chicago Public Schools, right?
I want to make sure that let's have a town hall meeting for the next 6 months, a year, and let's make the decision together.
Well, can't individuals decide, Willie? You can have that town meeting and you can make the decisions. What if, like, out of those 400,000, maybe 80,000 want to go to the private school, and the 320,000 want to stay in the public school? Can we let those 80,000 kids and their parents be empowered to make the choice of what's best for them?
You know what? I'm in agreement with you on that.
You're in agreement?
Yeah,
once you've had the meeting, once you've had the information, let the individual parent with their child make the decision.
Let them do it, but here's the thing here. But don't make sure you do not neglect the unfortunate one, maybe disenfranchised because of economic empowerment.
No, they're empowered. Every parent's got $15,000. It's a voucher. It's like a food stamp, only it's an education stamp. They can go to any school, private or public, and if that school takes that education stamp, they can get $15,000. But they're now empowered, Willie.
But it's more than about that, though.
Who's neglected? Nobody.
But here's the thing. It's more than about giving me $15,000, right? I still got 4 or 5 other more kids that I got to take care of.
No, you get $15,000 per kid. If you've got 4 kids, you get 4 backpacks.
Fine, but you talking one thing, just school alone. I still got to pay light, gas, real estate.
Oh, no, we're going to help that.
Good.
We'll do all of those things.
Okay, but if you're going to empower them with this now, they want to make their own decision to go whatever school they want to go to. All right, that's fine. But what I am saying to you this year, but those other kids,
help them too.
All right, yeah.
In every way, Willie.
Right, but everybody
we want to help.
We
want 'tis more blessed to give than receive. You know that saying?
Oh yeah.
That's what you do. You give, you don't receive.
How you gonna put 400, 500, 600 kids in charter school when you ain't got enough charter school?
Well, you know what? Here's a famous saying.
No,
we're going a little over, but it's
you're skipping now.
Want the answer? Want the answer?
Yeah, I want the answer.
If you say to these parents, you've now got the money, and 30 parents show up, and there's an entrepreneur, he will build them a school. You'll have another charter school. If you want 10 more, you'll have 10 more. It might take a year, Willie, but it doesn't take too long when you got this, because you're empowered. Okay?
So what are you doing then? Tell me, what are you doing? Why are you setting up, okay? Yeah. Why are you setting up all these other schools when you got school already existing?
They're not getting the job done, Willie. If you have, like, if we have a store in the inner city that's not getting it done, if it's a grocery, and it's not serving the food that's right, it's not fresh, it's not getting it done, you know what we've got, you know what the solution is? Let that store go out and let the people, the buyers, go to a better store. We have to facilitate competition. Those schools aren't getting the job done. And it's not all, some are, okay? So I want competition. I would want your friends, not for money, not your friend. I would want somebody who knows Willie Wilson and you know them and you say, I'm not giving you anything. I'm telling you, here's an opportunity. I want you to come here and compete for these kids. I want you to tell the parents why you can teach them better how to read, and if you persuaded them, they'll give you $15,000. And you know what? Willie, you know Bruce Rauner, right?
Yeah, I know Bruce, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Bruce when you know Reverend James Meeks probably.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I know.
He was at the House of Hope.
Yeah.
Rauner was there. That's where Meeks preaches.
Yes, yeah.
This is worth saying. We're going to have to tell my director, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, we're going to live with it. We're going to take care of it. It's worth it. Okay.
All right, I'm with you.
Reverend Livingston, just hold on. Will be a little late, but we'll take care of it. It's worth it. Okay, you got my word on that, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. You weren't there. You may not have heard the story. It's really important. So Rauner, this is after the election. Okay, he was now the governor-elect. It was, sometime I guess in January, December. In December, okay? I was there, about 6,000 other people were there.
Okay.
I was there as a media member. And Meek stood up and he said, you know, I once stood with Governor Rod Blagojevich, and I supported him. And he said he was going to improve the quality of schools. And when he didn't, he said, I walked away from Rod Blagojevich. I no longer supported him. And I walked over and I supported Governor Pat Quinn, okay? Because he said he was going to improve the quality of schools in the inner city for blacks and Hispanics. And when he didn't do it, I walked away from Governor Quinn. And I supported Bruce Rauner, you. And he was looking Bruce right in the eye, okay? This is in church. This is a man, these are men of faith. They're not going to lie to each other. God's watching, right? And he said, I supported you. And you know what, Bruce? If you don't do what you said, if you don't improve the quality of education, I will walk away from you. Okay. So you get my point? Because you're a friend of Bruce Rauner. You supported Bruce Rauner, right?
Well, yeah, I supported Bruce. We had a chance to meet.
Right.
And I supported him because I believe we had to have a change.
Right.
Okay? I wouldn't go so far to say that I know him like I know some of my friends on the street, but I respect him.
You met him and you decided he might bring about change.
Well, I want to change because what we had didn't work. So I went with something that I figured that at least I have a word and try something different because the last 5 years it didn't work.
Okay.
All right. So we did that. But my point is this year is that if right now, if somebody made a decision whether to give me a job or not, okay?
Yeah.
Celebrate education, I came to you, say, give me a job, I can do this, let me manage your TV show, do this and that. You would say, what you got to celebrate education, you would say, what kind of experience you have, son? I would say, well, I got a chef problem. I pick kind of shop type.
Right.
You're going to say no to me. I can't do this and can't do that. You never have an experience. So you right away will push me out because you judge me, because you judge my education and you limit me that I couldn't make it.
Right.
That'd be a big mistake.
Well, yeah.
All right?
Well,
It's the same way with these schools. All right? You can't throw away the majority of the population of the kids.
I'm not, Willie, I'm not throwing away
I mean,
anything.
you never worry.
No.
Right.
No, but Willie,
Yeah.
those schools are not entitled to their customers. They have to compete for them. I don't get to decide whether their customers stay there. Their parents decide, right? Now, if they can persuade the parents that all they need is another chance, God bless them, they can do it.
Yeah.
But I want to empower, I'm asking you, Willie, this is important. Is this differentiates you possibly from Ram and Chewy? Because they said, no, they don't want anything to do with this. They don't want anything to do with empowerment from the parents, because you know what, Ram doesn't want to take on the teachers' unions. I'll take them on charter schools, but not on vouchers. What I'm describing is the word voucher. Got it? Your word is empowerment. The other people who support this, they want to empower it. Now, are you going to let the parents make the choice? If the parents want to stay with those schools that aren't doing, if they think they'll work, they can do it.
I would listen. Yes, and to your answer, if anybody want to make a choice to go to another school, by all means, that's their choice.
Are you watching this, folks? Because this is important. This is important to our viewers because all around. That's what I'm pointing to around the state of Chicago. Because Willie Wilson has just now distinguished himself, partly by his background, partly by he's willing. Willie and I never talked about this before, right?
Right. No.
First time.
First time. Right.
And he's exhibited a willingness to think about it, to make a judgment, and says, if this works, if this is what parents want to do, I'm going to let them do it.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
If that was
just hold this, because you'll feel so much better. Just squeeze it like a baseball. See how I squeeze this? See
you got $15 in it, right?
15,000.
$15,000.
You got to go with me, Willie. I mean,
I'm going to tell you this here.
Yeah.
Listen, this is America.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. We have the right of freedom that no other country on earth have.
Right.
Anyone want to have the freedom to send their kid to any place where they want to send them, that is a parent's decision. I would not deprive them of that right. All I am saying that when you do that, we got to make sure we put emphasis on the kids that do not get that as well.
Well, maybe the parents made the bad choice.
Maybe
they kept them in a school, and we need to help them consider next year what to do.
We need to help them by putting computer technology.
Right. Do whatever we can do.
Right. I'm with you. I think we basically say the same thing.
Okay, folks, you heard it here. I think you've got a good sense of who Willie Wilson is. Willie, is there anything we haven't talked about?
Yes, it is.
You think they should know?
Yes, it is.
What is that?
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
You're a man of faith.
Yes.
So, do you think faith can be helpful to low-income people as they try to overcome their obstacles?
I don't think.
Did it help you?
Yes. That's why I'm here.
How did it help you?
My faith and belief. And here's how it helped me. I had prostate cancer. The doctor said I was going to die. I'm still here. I had a heart attack 4 or 5 years ago on the operating table. The doctor said I wasn't going to make it, wasn't going to get up, and I'm here.
I think that's about as eloquent as we're going to get. I still want to thank Willie Wilson for coming here. You're a good man, okay?
You're a good man, too. I'm going to give you a backpack.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
My $15,000 here. And look, folks, it's a big race coming up. It's February 24th. We're taping this on February 9th. So when you watch it, it'll probably be the week, I hope, the week of February 16th. You think about that vote, That vote's very important on February 24th. You got Rahm Emanuel running for re-election, you got Chuy Garcia, and then you got Willie Wilson, and you got 2 other guys.
Yeah, Punch 2.
What?
Punch 2.
Punch 2. That's what Willie Wilson is.
That is that, Mike.
I'm not telling you what, but Willie's telling you to punch 2. Think about it, do the right thing. And mainly, and people watching the show, Public Affairs, you come back next week and every week to watch Public Affairs.